Hey everyone! Welcome to my channel. In this video, I wanted to discuss my preparation for taking a trip with my 6-year-old Siberian Husky, Rylai. In a few days, I will be taking a road trip with her to Austin, Texas, but previously we have had many experiences traveling. We have been to Montana, Idaho, New Mexico, Colorado, Utah, and Canada across the span of a few years. Although it may seem like much to travel with your dog, there aren't many essential supplies you need to bring, and the only complication may occur from transporting food. I feed Rylai a raw homemade diet, so I need to make sure that while we're driving, it's contained and kept frozen to ensure it doesn't go bad. At first, I purchased a large cooler off Amazon, but felt it was too bulky and large, and I didn't enjoy using it. So one of the first things that I focus on when it comes to preparing for a road trip is making sure that I have enough food for her and that I am able to travel and bring it without too much fuss. This is the Roadie 20 by Yeti, and although it looks like a pretty reasonable size, I would say that it still feels rather small, especially if you are looking to travel for over a week. So the Yeti has these kinds of flaps when it comes to opening it. It has this ball right here, and that makes it so you can't easily lift it up. You would have to twist it a little bit. Once you have it open, it's not very spacious on the inside because it has a very thick layer to make sure that it keeps it cool while keeping out the heat. Along with this, I purchased a 4-pound ice pack, and usually when you are packing it, you want the ice on the very bottom. That way, if you have anything melting, the water will fall down and hopefully refreeze once it comes in contact with the ice pack. In this freezer, I pretty much put all my pet-related raw food, so these are all food for Rylai. I was really busy with moving recently that I didn't spend the time thinking of whether I have enough food prepared for her. Some of these are missing liver, so I don't want to bring that on the trip because it is missing a key component for what's necessary for a complete and balanced diet for her. These aren't enough for my trip. I'm going to be gone for about 8 to 9 days, so it's still a couple days leading up to the trip, and I just don't want to feel like I need to rely on what I currently have because most likely I know I don't have enough. Today, I decided to go purchase some raw pre-made blends from a local store in San Diego that I used to feed her. So the local store is Dexter's Deli, and as you can see, this is the chicken blend and it's 2 pounds. For someone of Rylai's size, she is about 45 pounds and I feed her about 0.8 pounds per day. So I wanted to make sure that I'm not defrosting every single day. Okay, so I will say that this is a nearly perfect fit because you want excess space to fill it up with ice. So aside from these, I might bring at most 1 or 2 of my own foods, although most likely I shouldn't need it. Since I'm not leaving just yet, I'm not going to be filling it up with ice to show you, but today I did buy a bag of ice that I will be using on the morning of my trip. Whether it's 1 day or 2 days of driving, this is essentially what the cooler looks like after you open it, where the ice is still largely intact, so the Yeti does a fantastic job. Once you have your food sorted out, I would say that the supplies you need to bring for your dog are really minimal. So here we have Greenie's dental treats. I feed once a day to her and I feel like it's been doing a fine job with keeping her teeth clean. I don't brush her teeth and that has been working out for me. Here, of course, we have her poop bags. I personally like these dispensers. I do not like carrying the poop bag dispenser on my leash because it's extra weight and it kind of like bumps around. I just don't like it. And for Rylai specifically, she only needs 1 poop bag a day. So I always grab one, take it, and then I put it in my fanny pack or something when I go out with her because on a raw diet, she poops once a day and she also doesn't poop very much. Here we have her e-collar charger and her e-collar, of course. So this is very important. I would not be able to off-leash hike with her without it. This is a very good safety measure where right now, even though she is very well trained and I do trust her off-leash, I would not feel comfortable going hiking without her wearing this. So the great thing about this e-collar is just that it can last about 2 full days on a full charge. And then here we have her prong collar. It is a training tool, but I actually like to just have her wear it as her collar. Once we're done walking, I take it off. She does not wear it all day, but instead of buying a separate collar that she just leaves on her or like clips on, I like to have her wear this. But also, there's always moments throughout a dog's life where even though they are well trained, they still need reminders. So having her wear this and being able to use it when I need to is good. And lastly, I forgot to mention her leash. I do like to keep one leash in the car, a more lightweight one, but a leash like this I feel like is really good for walking because it has more grip. So my other leash is purposefully purchased because it is lightweight and I wanted to use it for the one wheel, but I have noticed that for walking, sometimes if you want to give directional guidance to your dog, having a leash with no grip is not ideal because then it will slip in your hands and it might feel a little uncomfortable when you're trying to manipulate it. But for something like this, it's a bit more of a rubbery texture. This is biothane, so it just works better for those purposes. And yeah, it's just good to have one in the house and then in your car just in case you forget. And just in case of accidents, I make sure to bring an enzyme cleaner. Lastly, we have the Impact collapsible crate. Originally, I purchased this so I can get a full-sized crate into my car, but decided to purchase a second to use in the house. I find it really convenient and love the collapsible aspect because it makes packing it, putting it in the car, and bringing it into the Airbnb very simple. This one weighs 35 pounds, so I am able to manipulate it just fine. Putting it together doesn't take very long either. Overall, these items might not seem special, but I wanted to show my process as well as my thought process when it comes to taking a trip. See you guys once I get back, and hopefully I'll be able to record a great one-wheel ride while I'm in Austin.